What's up, friends? This is Jazz bringing you another Better for Worse vlog number 65. And the first strip is from June 14th, 2016, but it was also released on June 16th, 1987. I know it, Ellie. This is going to be a disaster. One of my bridesmaids can't make it. My dress isn't right. The band we hired backed out. Oh, why are weddings such a headache? So, why not elope? Are you crazy? I've looked forward to this for years. Well, I've been in weddings, I've been to weddings, but I've never been on the receiving end. I've never got married. I don't think I've ever even had a proper relationship whatsoever. So I can't say I know how it feels. I've only been a small part of some of the weddings. Like, I was at my cousin's wedding when I was like 10 years old almost. But I was just there watching, and maybe me and my other cousin, who was older than me by like 3.5 months, had handed out things at the door. We would hand out welcome people. I remember that much. I don't remember it very well. And I do remember being in my father's wedding to my former stepmother. I mean, I was there, but I don't think I was just sitting there watching. I was not a big part of it. I don't think. I don't remember. Like, either I didn't want to be or I wasn't chosen to be, but I was there. Me and my family were there me and the rest of my mom's side of the family were there out of support. So I really was not in the big planning stages of a wedding. So I don't know what Georgia's going through right now. But I can imagine it's crazy. Like, she's so excited. It's the most exciting time of her life, but everything seems to be going wrong for her. I mean, I hear that can be a big thing in weddings. That's not everything will go right to the detail, and it'll be stressing to people. But I said, I don't have real experiences. I mean, I have been in part of weddings. At least I only remember 2, really. And you know what? In my father's, I don't even remember very much. I don't remember my cousins so much either. I was just a kid, but I remember a little bit more of that because I was a little more involved with handing out things, and I remember that was kind of exciting. When you're a kid, when you're given a job and in a big important event, well, who doesn't get excited, right? To me, then, that was a big deal. Now, though, I handed out some pamphlets or something, when they show what's going on of what's, like, I don't know what it was really, but as I said, poor Georgia, everything seems to be going wrong for her. And the final strip is from February 23rd, 1990. I'm sick. Leave me alone. You can't stay out here. You're freezing. I don't care. I just want to die. Allison, why don't you go to the washroom and get cleaned up, and I'll take you home. You? How? Now, just to let you know, guys, if this is a repeat, I apologize, because I do sort of remember it, but when I was looking over every strip I did on that's a secret, keep it in a notepad, every time you do one so you can read it. It said I didn't have it, so I'll just assume I didn't, and if you see it again, well, you know what, maybe I'll do a third strip next time, I don't know. But Gordon, well, he was at one point in love with Allison. I think Allison Kramer? He was just, trying to be the knight in shining armor, like it showed in the last panel. Him being the knight and her being the princess. He has real romantic fantasies. That's one thing about Gordon that I really like. He may seem tough around the edges, especially when he was a younger kid, but he has a sweetheart, right? He is a sweetheart. He's one of those characters that, even though his life didn't go so well when he was younger, he really put it together with marrying Tracy. And even then, it showed his sweet moments. Like, he wasn't the you know, the guy people would think he was. He started off as a kid being a little more mature for his age. Well, you know, he was always a year older than Michael, but being the more mature kid, the one that had more of a twisted, gross sense of humor, right? And like in one strip where he conned Michael $4, or was it $6? But he conned some money off of Michael for using his roller skates. So it showed that Gordon could have that personality, the business-like, you know, personality, the being more wise. And at one of Michael's birthday parties, like, does anyone know how to deal blackjacks? And he was like, what, 11 maybe, 10. So, when he was a younger kid, he had more of the rough personality. You would think that would grow up to be something more criminal. Like, I mean, but for some people, seeing that behavior. But really, he's the sweetest boy and the sweetest man, right? And even Ellie, with everything, with all the influence that Gordon had on her son in their early years. I mean, there's one point where Ellie said he was a bad influence because he took Michael into an arcade that Michael knew he wasn't allowed into. And he said, "What your mom though won't hurt you." And even though she said to Michael, he's a bad influence, right? She didn't permanently ban him from hanging out with Gordon. It would have had a storyline, really, if that was the case. Like, and even in the end, when he moved into his own apartment, she was there for him. Ellie was. She went and saw his apartment, and what she said, if you need anything, call, and what Gordon needed was a hug from her. So in a sense, Ellie saw Gordon in some ways as her child too. So Gordon just needed proper love and proper, you know, parenting in a way where I don't think he so much got it from his own family so much, especially not his father, which we learned there was some darkness about it. Even Ellie saw the house and said something just doesn't seem welcoming, and you know, like, I mean, I know I'm talking about Ellie a little bit here, but in a sense, Ellie is a big part of his story and his growth, because it went from, oh, this kid isn't a good influence, to him being like a second son to her, in a way. So Gordon is just a very interesting character. One of my favorites. I have so many favorites in this series that it's hard to really say. Like, I think when it's said to the word, Gordon's the tragic character in a way, but he ended up going and finding light with everything that happened. Where Michael, even though he's gotten into some trouble, that he had a warm, welcoming family from the beginning. A good circumstances from the beginning, right? Gordon had to really earn his place, unlike Michael, which had everything going for him, in a way. Like, Gordon's family originally was not very nice. Except for, I think, his stepmother ended up growing on him, right? And his younger sister. But besides that, everyone else, like, you know, in his family, was not very nice. He had things in some ways, but really, that didn't replace the love. But Michael had both love and the things he wanted, right? He had the moral compass with his family, teaching, okay, you get this, but they also taught Michael to earn things. Gordon, he had to learn all this on his own. So imagine a kid only being a year older than Michael having to learn that. Like, and I apologize, this whole thing seems so long, but Michael, Gordon's character is just one of those characters that it would be so nice to have a strip based on Gordon growing up. I mean, I suppose that would be pretty dark, but having some more of a backstory on him, a few more strips on him when he's not with the Pattersons, you know, just to see an insight of just how much he had to fight for the love and the business and everything he ended up having at the end of the strip. So anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel, like what you see, please subscribe and help this channel a lot. And don't forget to hit the bell notification so you know when new videos are coming out. And I'll see you guys in my next video.